Standard Gains Podcast, Episode 1, Take 1.
Here we go. As of right now, we have 0 subscribers, 0 viewers, and no one is watching. Basically because this is the official Episode 1, and while we are recording, we made an intro, we recorded in advance because we want to be consistent with the uploads.
Exactly.
So,
today we are going to be interviewing Stan here, and we're basically going to treat you as a guest, so we're going to go through all the steps that we will normally be going through, and we're going to be discussing...
If we ever have a guest.
If we ever have a guest. And we're going to be discussing your whole YouTube journey, how you went from 0 subs to 1.2 now, I think.
1. Oh yeah, we're almost at 1.2.
Almost at 1.2.
We're growing like crazy. We're going with like almost 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers a day, which
I'm jealous, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing, basically talking about why you started, how you started, and also, of course, a lot of tips and tricks for other people who want to be starting their journey or just starting your
the
journey.
The entire YouTube journey.
Exactly. So let's go. And we're going to start by saying or asking you 3 dilemmas, and you can only pick one, and that's it. And afterwards, we'll actually go into it and have you see.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. So the first one is, would you rather have one YouTube channel with 3 million subscribers or 3 YouTube channels with 1 million subscribers?
3 YouTube channels with 1 million subscribers.
All right. Next one is, the aesthetics is the most important part of a video, or the actual value provided is the most important part of the video?
Value.
All right. Third one is, I would rather have 1 million with one video with 1 million views or 5 videos with 200k views.
1 video with 1 million views.
All right. And I got a little bonus one for you as well.
Okay.
Plan was 3. Netflix and chill with a lady, or create an epic video.
Create an epic video.
All right. So let's go to the first one. You said I'd rather have 3.
I'd rather have 3 channels. And that's a really hard one. I actually would probably want to have 3 channels with 1 million subscribers. It's a hard one, but with 3 channels, there is so much more potential, I would say, because you have 3 channels that are doing really well. And what says that they all can't grow to 10 million. And if you have one with 3 million, it probably can grow to 10 million, but that is one channel. And if you have 3 channels, there's so much potential. Probably 3 in different niches, or at least 3 in different types of style of content. Otherwise, you would have one channel.
Yep.
So you have 3 things that are going really well, and that you are maintaining because you have 1 million subscribers. So that's pretty
true.
Crazy.
Yeah, and of course, because right now you are starting some different channels as well,
yeah.
Which is also why I sort of asked this. And I do think if I compare it to what I'm doing, right? I'm just starting my first channel, and I was already thinking about, it would be cool to start this second channel. But for me, right now, it wouldn't make sense because so when would you say would be a good moment to actually start a second channel?
I would say it doesn't necessarily is about like performance-wise.
Yeah.
It is when you feel limited in the content you're creating, and you feel like you can provide value, or you think something else is really fun to do, and you just want to do that on a different channel. Because I have that. I have shorts are doing really well on YouTube right now. But I would say that I can't upload shorts on my normal channel because it will be just different content, and it's also extra content. So that channel is just extra for fun, shorter content that I can't post on my normal channel.
But would you have done it if you wouldn't have had this studio where you have everything in place to actually be able to make so many videos?
Yes, definitely. And that's why I will probably struggle a bit more, but I would have to find a different workflow. But that's also why I got the studio. But like I said, it's not about performance. So if you have a channel right now and you're doing decent, or you're not even doing really well, like, why not start a different channel? If you have the time to keep the other channel high quality as well, then that is, because it's not, if you're going to do it and you're going to waste the other channel, treat the other channel as waste, and then you're not doing the right thing.
Because you want to be consistent.
Exactly.
And that's the most important.
Exactly.
All right. So the second one was the aesthetics or the content. And the reason why I ask this is because I know how important aesthetics are to you in terms of...
It's a big thing for me, definitely. It's really big. I like quality. I like edits. I like to spend weeks on a video, and I hate it when it performs bad. But for 2 reasons, I would say value, because then you really bring value to the table. You can have a really nice video with nothing to bring, then the video will definitely also not perform well if there's nothing fun going in.
Unless it's like a super sick one big edit, maybe. But
And in my opinion, or in my experience, I haven't seen a lot of like great results with that as well. Except if it's like a cinematic short, then the idea is filmmaking. So then that's the value you bring.
Fair.
You bring filmmaking to the table, which is fun. And I watch those videos as well. They're like videos with 20 million views that are doing really well because they look great. But if the video looks like shit, then they still watch it. There are videos with millions of views, like 50 million views that look like nothing. But so that's fun. I would say the other reason for value is that I think you want to make a video that has a point, right? So if you're gonna just make a video about nothing, then that's not. You're not really enjoying it, probably. So
true. All right, and then we had the last one. So 1 million views on one video, or 5 with 200K. You said 1 million.
200,000 would be for me a normal performing video. And 1 million would be pretty good. It would be really good. So that means that I know I made a video that all the time I spend into it, that's working, that was effective. So that's why I like having a video with a million views more than 5 with. And it probably takes...
What if I would want to really grow my channel? Would it better to be consistent in like good performing videos, or like have one that really hits it off and then potentially goes viral?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because there is a bit of a debate going on right now in the YouTube community. Well, not really, but it's like the big question: should you focus on quality or quantity? And it's a bit of both. It's if you're gonna upload bad videos and you're gonna upload 100 a week, yes, you're doing your part on the quantity part, but you're not gonna get anyone watching because your videos are really bad, and no one's gonna click your next video because they know it's bad. So you have not an audience that's staying. If you have a great videos that take decent amount of effort, so you're not going to the maximum, but you have like a good story, a good value, good looking video, then everything is falling in place. And when someone sees, oh, this guy only has a few thousand subscribers, well, let's subscribe to him because I actually like his content and he's not even too big, so this guy has a lot of potential. Yeah,
cool. All right. And we won't really go into the bonus question. That was just
the bonus question.
That's just you made your choice clear. Well, you'll hear later what what the opinion of the other person is. So next question I have for you, and I think this is super interesting what we already discussed, and we'll definitely go deeper into a lot of things you already mentioned. But first, as it is standard gains, what we're super interested in knowing is, what is a standard day for you?
Standard day for me.
Exactly. Take us through the day.
The entire day for me starts at 5 a.m. and no, it doesn't. I just wake up at like 8-ish, and then I most of the time like go eat, make breakfast, cup of coffee, something like that. And instantly I check everything. So I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but I check everything.
With everything, you mean like WhatsApp, Instagram?
In the past, like I've been doing YouTube for so long, so we're sticking to the YouTube part. Like I've had days that back in the day was probably like I was getting a few thousand views and then I was getting 0. But I've had that whenever I woke up. So I'm still in that PTSD phase that I every time am I still doing well, something like that. But I'm also just checking, like real quick, opening the app, checking everything. Is everything still rolling? Everything still doing great?
Is this when you're like still in bed and just checking your phone, or did you get up after the breakfast part?
I do get out of bed.
Okay,
that's
good.
Because otherwise you're in bed for like an hour extra. And I'm just doing this around breakfast, but I do try to eat breakfast without any focus on anything else.
Very good. Very good. The thing is that a lot of people eat when they do something else at the same time, and our brain doesn't really know how much you actually ate. Yeah, which is really funny.
So you're still hungry.
So you're still hungry, so you eat too much, for example, or you start eating again after an hour, and it's very good to focus on one task. But
so I can definitely do that better, but that's definitely something I'm focusing on. And then right now, cold showers, definitely cold shower. I'm doing this for a challenge, but I'm definitely going to continue this after the challenge.
Do you already notice, we won't go into too much because it's a challenge of yours, but do you already see a difference?
I feel a difference after, like, I still do not like cold showers. I don't think a lot of people like them, like literally like them, like, oh yeah. But when it comes to coming out of this shower, that's a great feeling. That's a really great feeling.
The reason I ask is because I told you yesterday I went to the sea and I actually went swimming. It hurt. It was really, really bad. But still, as soon as you get out of the ocean or get out of the cold shower, you feel warm inside and your skin feels good and everything. So it's super cool. But
that feels great.
Please continue.
Most of the time, I just get into my day like straight. I go to the studio and I start doing my stuff. So around that's around 9-ish in the morning, maybe 9:30. Then I really start like editing, doing everything. And I could be editing for an entire day.
Yep.
So I could be literally like, oh damn, it's
11.
Yeah, it's 11
As we said
PM.
last week.
Yeah, I've had that. So that could be a standard day for me. And then we're ending is right here. But I also have like, I'm trying to edit a lot still in the morning. And then a few hours later, Arjen, the guy in the blue shirt, comes over. We're going to record. And most of the time when he's here, we're recording for the entire day until around dinner time. And we are recording everything that we can. So we have so much content that it's insane. And probably 10% makes it online. We have a lot of content. And it's a lot of fun most of the time. And we just have a lot of brainstorming. We're also working on courses. So that's what Arjen's sometimes doing on the side if I still need to finish and edit.
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing. So it's either editing, recording, or eating. That's basically what it is. Or working out.
Of course.
So I also have my workouts.
Every day now, or?
I do everything. I do every single day something. So I do a lot of different stuff. It could be either just calisthenics, body weight skills, maybe a little bit of weighted calisthenics, maybe a little bit of weights added to it. So maybe like deadlifts. I just got a new setup, so I just can't stop deadlifting.
Okay.
I know that's a good thing, but I like it a lot.
Okay.
I could do some cardio. I have a basketball hoop here. I'm enjoying that a lot. That's a lot of fun. And the studio is just sort of a playhouse.
It's basically a big playground, I'd say.
It's a playground, yeah. It's a lot of fun. So
I think a lot of people watching, especially as we're speaking about YouTube here today, they're pretty jealous of the whole setup that you have around here.
I like a lot of people. Like Arjen, guy in the blue shirt, he's really happy that he can be here and work here because it's just so much fun, and I that's the entire environment that I wanted to create. That people are enjoying being here, working here. So I hope the guy behind the camera is also enjoying it a lot here. Yes, he's
Thumbs up.
He's smashing the league. He's smashing the league. So that's great. That's great.
There's two things I want to pivot on a bit. You start with a joke, like I get up at 5, and they said, it's 8. But I'm actually happy you made that joke because, especially in the entrepreneur niche and in the whole, the part where I'm more in, there's so many people who always say, everyone that's successful gets up at 5 a.m., which is such a complete bullshit. I think at the end of the day, what you need to do is to figure out what works for you. And if you're not a morning person, don't get up at 5 a.m. and torture yourself, and you'll be unhappy and you won't be productive. So I'm happy you kind of made a joke, so I could sort of make this point. The other thing that I noticed is you don't really have a routine. Like
No. It's all over the place, but sometimes that is, I know you need to have a routine. It's the best thing for at least for a big part of your day.
Like morning or evening routines could be
I do
useful.
for evening. Let's go a little bit into evening then. I do my stuff there most of the time because the cold shower is a second shower there to warm up the body and go to sleep after that. So the body temperature rises and then cools down a little bit.
1 hour prior to your sleep is the best.
And then milk and a cookie. Now there was some research that if you had the same routine, you had the same. So you go into the shower and let the body warm up, cool down, and also have a cookie and some milk. Then there's a routine there, and your body knows, in 1 hour, we're going to go to sleep. Let's wind down a little bit. And then an hour, you're going to be going to sleep like that. So
like a baby.
Like a baby. Yeah, that's what they said in the research. So, but it's something like that. It's not, but no, there's not too much of a routine everywhere. Right. And I would say, do I want one? Sort of, more, but it is working
that's the thing. Same with getting up. Find what works for you. And if for you it's just, I'm not a big fan of checking everything straight away, but I guess it's part of your work for a big part, right? You have to know that especially on social media. But hey, if this works for you, then that's great. Yeah. And it does bring me to the next question, which is more, what do you do every day to get gains, standard gains?
To get better.
Yeah, to get better.
Simply say, I would say setting goals and really work towards them consistently and know what's going on. So it's a planning for me.
Can you share some of your goals that you have right now?
My goals right now is just getting consistent with the uploads, which is going really well now. We're going for 1 video a week. Some videos take like a month to make, so we have to plan in advance a lot. But that's going really well. Finally, took a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of patience. Having everything consistent every single week. So on a weekly basis, get your workouts in. Work, record, upload everything. So have on a weekly basis, do everything I need to do, and I'm coming closer to.
And that basically answers the question like what you do every day to get gains. And that's putting in the work, making sure that you reach those goals every single week and doing what you need to be doing. Cool. Well, now let's get into the actual topic of this video after this short little intro. short little intro. And that is your YouTube journey. So in episode 0 last week, you already spoke a bit about how when you started YouTube, one of the main things that you needed to do was to prove to your parents, like, hey, I can actually do this. I can make money here. And that is sort of, you spoke about that part, but how did it really start? Because that's, of course, you had to prove to your parents because you started. So why did you start? How did you start? Let's go to the whole beginning.
So for me, I started at around like age 12, 13. That's when I also started looking at YouTubers that mainly gaming. Like PewDiePie was popping at that. It was growing a lot. He was uploading a lot, so he had like the algorithm really in his favor because he was uploading a lot. People were watching a lot, long time. But that's when YouTubers got a bigger name because he was growing like crazy. And I think that's also a time where YouTubers started to get paid a decent amount. And that means that you could do it as a job. And I was watching a lot of YouTube, also a lot of gaming. I didn't game a lot myself, but a friend and I were like, yo, we can actually do this. Like, this could be fun. This is the most amazing job ever. And
just create videos, play games, and those things.
Yeah, and I think if you ask like everyone below, I know 16 or 15 right now, like 70% says I want to be a YouTuber, not an actor or an actress anymore, or partly.
Well, but I have a cousin who's he's probably watching this 9, I think.
9.
10, I don't know. When I was speaking about podcasts and YouTube videos, he said, about gaming, because he said like it would be so cool to make videos on gaming. Yeah,
so that's basically me, but I like gaming a lot, the gaming videos, the gameplay videos, but I didn't game a lot myself. So we just started. We thought we can do this. That's the most amazing job. We set a goal like 250,000 subscribers in a year. And then we started, and then that goal was like, all right, let's aim for 7 subscribers at the end of the year. Because we saw, obviously, all these people. We were 13, and we saw all these people grow like crazy. Yeah. And I want to go back a little before that, because I did love the webcast, I think they called it, of iCarly. Do you know iCarly, the Nickelodeon show?
No.
You don't know iCarly?
It's probably, I'm a bit older than you.
Yeah, that's fun. So they were like having this sort of online show. They hosted that. That was the entire series about. Okay. And I tried to recreate that when I was like 9, 8 or something with a friend. Also, not the same friend, different friend, just an older camera. And I don't even know that footage. I can't find anymore.
That's a shame.
That's a shame. It would be a lot of fun. But that's why the passion for like online video creation started, and a few years later I started the YouTube channel. We just started, nothing really happened.
What's the name of the first channel?
We never uploaded, by the way. We never uploaded.
Right.
We never uploaded. So, but we just created the videos, and we're standing in front of a TV, and we were like, "Yo, look at this funny video! Look at it! Really looked like the iCarly show." So it was basically just that. But we started. And we made videos, gaming videos, decently consistent, so that was good. And we liked a lot, still put a lot of effort into the editing already, tried to make it the same as what I saw online. So, like, I mean, for a 13-year-old to put a face cam on a gameplay, that was a really hard challenge, because I was like, well, how am I going to do this? But then that's also when I fell in love with editing. And I've been editing now for like 8 years. But I started uploading. We had like 186 subscribers after a few months. And I talked to my friend and said, yo, I think it's better to just go for my own. And he was like, yeah, probably, because I don't have the time, not all the time. And then we were just change it to Browney. We were called Epic-Steen. Change it to Browney. And that's when I started uploading lots of different stuff as well. So some sketches, some short Halloween movies as well. Amazing. And also gaming still. Because I thought my old audience wants to see that, my old 100 subscribers. So I didn't forget about those.
Very good. And hey, you recently brought out a game, so
I brought out the game.
You're still close to that.
If you're still watching from the 186 subscribers, then you can play a game. You can play a game now. But basically, it wasn't going that well. Not really well. I was just uploading, and I was gaining like thousands of views a month. So that is decent, at least for like if you're getting 30,000 views a month. But that also means that you're getting like $30 a month. So I was.
If you're back then, you got monetized super easy, right?
Back then, monetization wasn't really a problem. I think it was monetized from the beginning. Okay. Like every single channel could be monetized. You do have to go through a verification process or link like your your AdSense account, but that's not the big deal. So like I said, $30, and at a certain point, I was 15, and I was like, oh wait, I talked about this briefly in a previous episode. I need to make money, because my parents told me I need to make money. I didn't care because I love making. I was making the videos, and I was like deep in, like I knew they were right because everyone around me was making a few bucks a month, and I was making nothing.
$30, yeah,
$30. But I was like, no, I can do this. I can do this. Just give me some time. I know I can make this my full-time job ever, sometimes. And that took years, but eventually we built towards that. And my YouTube journey really started around that point. So when I started to grow my channel towards those 30,000 views a month, what did I do? Is I set up a Twitter account where I started following people in the niche that I tried to grow in. And I made I set up an automated message app that messaged everyone that followed me back with, hey, fun that you're following me. Check out my new video. Basically, subscribe.
Is that something you'd still advise the people today?
Well, what I would advise the people today is make sure you're findable. People are like, it's so hard to grow for people that just start out. Yeah, definitely. But you got to understand, YouTube does not know about you. So why would they? And they
why would they push you? Why would they promote you?
They have no analytics. So why would they promote you? So get your analytics straight. Build. Well, what I did is I just set up something on Twitter. I had 0 followers, and I followed like 1 million people, literally. 1 million people. I would be. This is not the healthiest thing. I would not recommend this. But I was
spending hours just
but
following
also,
people,
like a lot throughout the day. But then you get suspended of following for like a few hours.
They think you're a bot. Probably.
Yeah, and every time I would just follow people, and I would do this until like 3 a.m.
Okay.
In the midnight, and then I would go to sleep, and then wake up with like 7 subscribers more, and I would say, "Dang, that worked! That was great!"
Yeah.
And I did that until 23,000 subscribers. So that's a decent amount of subscribers from. And there was also some organic growth.
Of course. Yeah.
And I did that until 23,000 subscribers, and then I was like, I'm done. I want to get proper sleep. I'm done. I think I can grow it from here. Fast forward 3 years, and I was still at 23,000 subscribers, maybe 100 subscribers less. So I could not grow.
But were you consistent in uploading within those 3 years, or was it?
Sort of. Yeah. Okay. I really liked, like I said, I was really still spending a lot of time on the videos, uploading at least once a week. That was basically the idea. So I was still spending a lot of time on it, but I just got like 1,500 views for years. And then at some point, I uploaded a body transformation video, and that's where it started to pick up really fast. I got 600 views in a day, which to me back then, again, like
was amazing.
It was amazing. I think I made a screenshot of 666 views.
Okay.
I think I still have that. So I was happy with that. Like, I can finally get a video out there. So and lots of people loved it. So I could instantly see why it was picked up, because there was a lot of people that I didn't even know watch my channel. Other YouTubers in that, like around that size, they were with also like 20, 30,000 subscribers. They were also like, oh damn, this is so inspiring. I need to work on my body as well. And that grew, and that blew up. And then I started doing more workout videos. People like that. Obviously, that gained some traction because of the momentum I had. And then I started doing, there are also challenges in the fitness industry, in the workout. So I started doing the challenge. And the first 4 videos that I created around that are now also still big videos on my channel, like 5 to 11 million views. That's with
pretty big.
The guy behind the camera. It was we're doing like push-up challenges, and that's what
I think that one I sometimes still get. Like in my recommended videos, out of the blue, I see like the 2 of you or him, like from years ago. It's funny how the algorithm also works, especially these days, and we'll get into that in a bit. I think they're pushing older content quite a bit right now as well.
Older content, that's a really focus on that. I don't know exactly why. We could get into that as well, but for now, I would say that that is definitely what started my channel. Get a bit of traction from the outside, besides the Twitter sort of thing that I set up and the little organic growth that I got from challenges that went viral. I think there was like this Kylie Jenner really dangerous challenge that I did, and that got like 20,000 views, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely worth it, but not.
No. I just want to one little question about this, because the Twitter thing sort of intrigues me, because what I notice is obviously what I've done with a few of my videos is I've asked some friends who I know with pretty big audiences on Instagram, for example, I got this cool video out, push me. And that brings those videos to 1,000, 2,000 views. It gives me 100, 200 subs in a day extra, which looks really cool. But what I do kind of notice is that those people, like my average views, if I don't get them to push it, would still sort of stay at the same level. So would you say that tactics like this, like what you did on Twitter, is yes, it might get you some subs, but not necessarily more views?
Yes and no, because it's about consistent long term. So what I did with the good that you're talking about, because I kind of missed that. What did this help me with? So like it's hard to be found as a small channel. What does this help you with trying to get your own audience or building your own audience through something like setting up something to Twitter, or getting every one of your friends to shout you out, or telling at least all of your friends, because lots of people online are starting a YouTube channel right now and they're telling no one. No one. That's true. And they're really afraid of showing people. That's not the way to go, in my opinion. I get it, because I didn't do it as well. I didn't tell my parents when I was 13, and we told it like a few months later when they at some point had like, hey, wait, they're recording videos in the why? And then we showed the channel, and we showed like, oh, we got 100 subscribers.
Exactly.
So we were really proud of that. But it's about creating your own audience at first, because YouTube is not going to do it for you, because there is an obvious reason why not, because there's nothing for them.
Yeah.
But create your own audience, mainly building it up. Which means that even though you build up 23,000 subscribers and you only get a few hundred views or 1,000 views a video, 1,500 views, that is still, because I built that up over years, that is still more than probably 100 views that you would normally. It's always more, because you're still uploading the same videos.
True. Yeah.
Meaning that when you post a video that is actually potential to go viral, or that is potential to reach a bigger audience of hundreds of thousands of people, then that will be picked up easier by the algorithm, because they have the information, they have data, they have analytics to be like, oh wait, people are actually watching this thing for a long time, they're enjoying it, let's try to push it to a similar audience. Oh, they're also watching, and then it can go viral. And also if it's optimized, like looks good,
of course.
Which I think was mainly my problem, is because, well, I was young, so who's gonna watch a 13-year-old? That was my problem. My thumbnails were not optimized, my videos were definitely not optimized. I just made videos about the right sort of topics that could go potentially reach tens of thousands of people, but the videos were not like I would not click my own videos if I look back. So I get it.
So you said you had started doing challenges, dangerous challenge, which got you 20,000 views, what you thought was epic.
that was a little before that, and then later, like I said, I made the fitness videos, the workout videos, and it started to take off. And at that point, also obviously a few 100,000 views a month. Then you have a channel that is properly working, I would say, and it is generating some money. And it was more or around the same as that people around me were making, because I know they were making around like $150 a month at age 16, or 200, 300 bucks. I don't even remember. And I was making around that money as well. And I was like, I was also telling my friends like, hey, like I'm actually doing this full time now, or at least as my job, because I was still in school. And I was really proud of that I finally was able to do that after 5 years or something. And then I just started continuing, made those videos, some tutorials as well. Some did really well, some did not. And I just noticed that even though it was sort of working, I was not liking it. I don't like making tutorials. I feel like they're really hard to make creatively, because there is no creative freedom. I mean, right now, if I look back, I could make some really creative, fun tutorials, and they would work really well, and I could enjoy making them.
You're kind of doing them now with the weird challenges, with the weird type
so
of... That's more the creative spin you give to the tutorials, I guess.
Basically, or get people started with working out, motivating, and I was just trying to find my own way. I was really still liking cinematic stuff, so I was focusing on cameras and stuff like that, what I could afford, and I kept doing that. And I know that when I stopped really... like doing tutorials, but also more sometimes fun stuff, more evergreen stuff. It was not good for the channel, not necessarily at some point. So I was doing really well, and then it sort of went down a little bit.
Where are we now with subscriber wise?
We're around like 300,000 subscribers now. This is 2018, I think.
Yeah.
Beginning of 2018. 2019 actually. And then I had some videos that got like 9,000 views in a day. So I had a peak, and then for like 2 years, because the body transformation part was around 2017. 2 years floated around, and the videos weren't doing really well. I was still mainly focused on the back end, my catalog videos. So the videos that were already doing really well. And at some point, the video that I did with my brother that had 10 million views at that time stopped gaining views. And then that's your back catalog. Then you're gone, basically. And my body transformation also stopped getting a lot of views. And lots of videos stopped basically getting views.
Do you know why? Is there
probably algorithm change, because I know why. And YouTube's algorithm, I would say right now, is optimized. That makes sense. Back then, it wasn't necessarily. It made sense because you would say like, oh, a great video that people watch for long would be definitely really good. But that's not the case. If you have a 7-minute video that people watch for 5 minutes, it would not necessarily go viral, even though they're watching 5 minutes, because there are 30-minute videos out there that people are watching for 15 minutes. Clickbait worked a lot. So when people clicked,
that was the time where every thumbnail was clickbait. And
beginning 2019, I made a video where I spent a lot of time on, and it didn't perform like at all. I knew it was a great video. People who were watching it were liking it a lot, and it was if I look back, obviously it wasn't like it was a football video.
Okay. So it wasn't really in your channel, in your niche.
Not necessarily, but I would say like if you're watching me, 300 something thousand subscribers, and it gets a few thousand views in the first day, then like you're gonna think? It makes you think like what would work? Do you guys only want clickbait? And that's what was my mindset. But I was like, no, they just want probably just content that is easily digestible, easily watched. And also easily clicked on, but not clickbait. Still fun to make. So I had to make a lot of learning. I did a lot of learning, and I had to make some sacrifice in stuff that I thought, oh, that's very creative and very fun, but not going to do well because people are not going to click on it. So let's get rid of that. This will get clicks, but I don't like creating that, or I think that's too stupid or too generic. We're not going to do that. Oh, this get clicks. Oh, I really like making this. Oh, I can make a fun video out of this, high quality. Boom, that's the content I'm gonna make. Worked on that for the entirety of 2019. The growth was still not insane, but I was learning. I was sort of happy with how everything was going. And end of 2019, I thought I found it. I found a way, and it was going all right. And then I made a video about myself, a rewind of Browney, and I noticed that it got literally like no views at all. I was literally like, I spent so much time on the edits in it. What it is that people just they want to see content that they already sort of know.
I think there's just one thing here as well, which is pretty cool or recognizable for people. So whoever you are and you have a YouTube channel, you know that sometimes you put a lot of effort in a video and you think this is going to be it, this is going to pop, and then nothing happens.
No.
And I think that's something important to know. Like, it's a mindset that you shouldn't give up, because a lot of people, I know so many YouTubers, you watch it and say, oh yeah, sorry for being not uploading for 3 months, but I'm back now. And then they make 3 videos and it doesn't go the way they want it to go, and they disappear again. So I think one of the important things that you also show, you know, yes, you had those videos as well where you really thought this is going to pop, put a lot of effort in it, nothing happens, but you keep going. I think that's important.
Obviously, improve every single video, but give it some time. So if you're going to upload a great video, let's say you have a video where you spent like you spend a year to make it. You spend you flew all the way every single country of the world. Let's say you call it like that, and you did something in every single country. It took an insane amount of money, time. You're gonna upload that as your first video. It's an insane video. Does it get picked up by the algorithm? Maybe, but probably not. Except if you share it yourself a lot first, and then it could. But if you would upload that video half a year later, a year later, it could get picked up a lot because you have a few thousand people. So you need to also like make sure that every single video is great, and build through that audience towards where sometimes that great video can actually explode.
It's really, this is completely a random sidestep for me, but the fun thing what you say right now is that it's exactly what I advise people who start doing sales. So what a lot of people do is they have this product and they know these 2 super big potential clients who might be interested, would be like super big clients. First people they call, they don't have experience in selling, they don't have a track record yet, and they lose the great potential lead. So when it comes to sales, I always tell people, start calling people you don't really care about. It's fine if they say no, or like small fish. And once you have that name established, or at least you have like a little bit of experience and maybe some clients to show, that's when you go for the big fish. And I guess that's sort of similar here with what you said.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So it's a random sidestep, but it just resonated with like the story that I like to tell about sales. So yeah, you had that video end of 2019, which was a bit of a rewind about you. That's what you said.
And then I stopped uploading.
So actually I asked the question, was it because of, I spent so much time on this, it didn't work?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought I knew everything, and I optimized the video.
And nothing happened.
So I stopped uploading, but I did not stop. I stopped uploading, but I did a lot of research. I researched even more. And I noticed that on the surface, there was a little bit more on the surface, so it's not as deep as I go now in analytics.
Yep.
But it was I was looking at analytics, what was working and not, and also at topics. Can I combine that? So transformations obviously work.
Yep.
I wanted to transform my sister in 90 days.
Yep.
Money prices also work. So I combined everything there. And then also make sure that the videos go really fast. That also, you saw that worked. So those are the fundamentals that I started with. And then I noticed that I uploaded that. Video did better than I expected, and better than...
That was the one with your sister?
Yeah, the first day of my sister. So I have a series on my channel where I transform people in 90 days, still going on. With the coronavirus, everything going on, it's a little bit hard because I actually wanted to fly to Italy to do it with a special guest, but I can't right now.
Hopefully soon.
But I uploaded that video, did better than expected, and obviously the series started. So 30 days later, I did a 30-day update that did also really well. In the meantime, I made an extra episode about her diet and her daily routine. Also did decent. Then a 60-day update did really well. And then a 90-day update, and that exploded. And every single video and all the videos in between as well, because it's not the only thing I'm uploading, I optimized. So in this was 2020. Yeah, end of 2019, I started the channel. So beginning of 2020. And I started optimizing. So every single video I started optimizing. And I noticed like, and also it's a challenge. So challenge videos work. So I combined like some pillars, some pillars like I said, money price, transformation, challenge, fast-paced videos. That's what I combined. And I learned that all video does not need to be fast. It needs to be, but it does not always need to be in a video, because if there's a problem in the video that needs to be fixed, then this is like a golden tip, by the way, for people who make videos like this. If there's a problem, let the video roll, let it do its thing. Like let the video fix the problem, or something like that. Let the person in the video fix the problem, because people are going to watch that. People want to see the problem get fixed. And in a transformation of 90 days, you have some problems. Like I'm not gaining any weight, or I'm not losing any weight. I'm gaining weight, stuff like that. So I'm not going to let that roll. And that worked really well. And why I like this example is because you have the first day, the first episode, day 30, extra episode, day 60, day 90. Day 90 is the best performing video of all. It is also combining everything I learned throughout that 90-day phase, and my sister transformed. So it's for me was a phase as well, and the video just exploded. Like it has 7 million views, something like that. And because I combined everything, I spent so much time on that video. Obviously 90 days recording, but also probably
90 days of editing.
90 days of editing, and it was insane amount, and everything just worked out in the end because of I combined everything, and I learned a lot there. That challenge did really well. Also, the channel was growing already. I was happy with the growth, and I could finally see some future in this, because I really, in 2019, I was really beginning to lose seeing a future in this, because I was making below a minimum wage. I actually made a rant about this, really, like, well, not a rant. I made a video about what I was making from YouTube, and I was like, yo, this is far below minimum wage. I was lucky that I had a workout course online that was still selling sometimes. Back then. Right now, it's also doing really great. So because of the series, everything of
course,
picked
but
up.
that's a cool thing, because you use the workout plan in the series to actually get the results.
So. But I was losing the faith in seeing a really big future in this, and then I thought I'm gonna go for this like insane. In 2020, this is gonna be the year, and I applied everything I learned in that series as well, and throughout those first 90 days of 2020 in different videos, also different challenge videos, different stuff that I thought was also creative. and fun to make. So
Yep.
I saw this old video from 2015 of a Ukrainian guy on Ukrainian's Got Talent, I think,
Yeah.
or I don't X Factor.
One of
like
the things,
singing, I don't know. Most push-ups in 30 seconds. I think he did that sort of. He tried
Yeah.
something like that. I wasn't sure because it wasn't in English
Yeah.
or in Dutch. So I tried to follow it, and I was like, wait, does he do 47 reps? That's pretty decent, but I think I can beat that.
Yep.
And I beat that in the next video. Not with the best form, but I beat that. And that video exploded. Made the same video about pull-ups because I thought it's working.
Yep.
And I like it. I like this challenge. So I'm doing that. And the video exploded. Like everything was going, sort of falling into place with
Yep.
90 days prior, not having any faith in this, but just going to give it one last try and building it up from there. And that really showed me that the power of analytics, like focusing on
what works,
optimizing everything, and really also like having great ideas. Because I have some people right now, if I upload a video that's more generic, like because I know it's working and I can do it and I like it a lot. Because the push-up challenge, I did that because
I think that push-up challenge also a lot of pretty big YouTubers started challenging you and reacting and like, I'm going to break your record, right?
That's what happened. And every single video of those 30 second push-up challenge got bigger than the previous one because it was just becoming a hype. So I created sort of my own hype. Not that you necessarily need to do it. This would be the ultimate thing for your channel, but to get a hype.
But
is
you
the
need
hardest
like
thing.
a certain level of subscribers in order to be able to do that. I could now start one of those things and
no one won't, because
maybe you will react, so maybe that helps. But,
no one is searching for that because you're creating it yourself. But if you have an audience, a backlog, or an audience that is watching that already, then you can push it out. But if you have no audience, then you can come up with something insanely creative and something really interesting. But then no one is going to watch it because no one is searching on it, and there's no one to push it out to. So, but with those videos, I still get. Sometimes when I do like 30-second push-up challenge, I don't do it anymore. But when I did that and I did the 30-second pull-up challenge, there were people like, "Oh, you're running out of ideas." And I was like, "No, I actually have 1,000 more ideas written down, but this one is just working right now, and I like it, so I'm just uploading it." So that's what you got to keep in mind. But I like those comments because sometimes I really started laughing because I was literally sitting in front of the screen with right now I still have 1,000 video ideas. So, which is a completely different topic. We could make an entire podcast.
Oh yeah,
about
we can make so many videos already on things that we touch on this. How
do you get video ideas? Well, like I said, it's just knowing your niche, knowing what's happening right now.
Do you watch a lot of videos within your niche?
Yes, definitely.
Do you think that's a risk? Because with a risk, I mean, I try to do the same in the finance niche. But if you don't pay attention, you might be watching 3-4 hours of videos of other people and then don't have time to create your own video, or it's sort of the rabbit hole. Do you think it's a risk? And if so, how do you sort of prevent that from happening?
The best video creators out there, that's at least for starters, and that are doing the best right now, except if you're like making insanely different content than the rest is making. Like Mr. Beast, for example, he is making content that he created his own niche basically in the money giveaways. But if you want to grow in a niche like the workout niche and you want to know what's really big right now, well, it's the challenges and stuff like that. But how do those challenge videos look like? Why are they working? You only know that because you are really into calisthenics, fitness in those videos, and you're really watching those. The best people that are making videos are starting to make videos. Are actually watching the videos that they're going to make, similar videos. They have been watching those videos for years probably already. So someone that's making those 30-second push-up challenge, because those videos are still being made. They were probably watching my channel last year as well, a year ago, and they have been watching videos like that for a year, and now they're making videos that they know will do well, because that's how a great way to start your channel, that could do well. People are still searching on that channel, on that challenge, and they gain traction through that, but they had like a year of fully watching a lot of videos. So it is about knowing your niche before you start, but also keeping track of what's going on. So how do you keep track of what's going on? Well, just by watching sometimes videos. Sometimes I set up some, I'll watch some videos during a workout, and just to get the lines of the video, to know what's going on. And if you're just really into a topic, like finance, you know what's going on. You know what's going on.
But yeah, it's true. But I also noticed that, like you do this full time, right? So you have a bit more time
Definitely,
to look at those things. For me, I run
That helped
a
a
few
lot.
businesses and I try and make videos. So I noticed that, hey, I want to watch like 30 to 45 minutes of some similar videos, but that's it. I have to stop because I have maybe 2 hours to create this video now. So I guess that's sort of where I said, hey, what's the risk? But you should be doing it because
You should be doing consistently.
Yeah.
So if I'm watching a video, also I'm not watching a video prior to making my own video. I'm just watching videos in a niche,
general,
and maybe I write down a video idea because of that video, or I write down a video idea because of a completely different niche video that I saw, something about finance that I can implement in challenge or in workout
true.
or something like that. And I don't watch those videos necessarily to create one specific video, but just to get the lines of what's going on, and if I can create something around that, or if I can create something interesting, something creative, because that's working really well. If you have an audience and you're going to create challenges that are creative, new, and accessible to everyone, which is calisthenics in general, that's going to work. That's going to be real. But you do need an audience.
That's true.
But I build up so we have the timeline now. We have the timeline from like 2013 to 2020. To 2020 basically now.
And I think sort of to round this part, I think you summarized it quite nicely here. So basically, what you've learned throughout all those years is, well, first of all, be patient, keep getting videos out there, do a lot of research. So don't just create random videos, do research, watch people, what works, what doesn't work, check out your analytics. Is an important one. Also in your videos, like in your analytics.
in your watch time. You see people clicking off. Why are they clicking off? And cut that out in the next videos or in that same video. I think you can still edit your videos in YouTube, in the YouTube editor. So you could give that a try if a video is performing really bad. But that
and then tell your friends is another tip that you gave, which is very important. And I think it's just, and that's something we touched upon in the previous podcast as well. Also, just realize why you want to do it. If you just start YouTube because you want to become rich really fast, you're not going to be successful, because that's maybe one in a billion people might have it. But figure out why you want to be doing it is what we discussed last podcast. So definitely check that out if you haven't already.
Yes. Share it on every single platform as well. So link videos that are like clips from that on your Instagram, on TikTok. Stuff like that. So share it as broadly as possible to funnel in some people to the YouTube channel. So YouTube has some analytics, and work on every single video. Get better every single video. That's
spend time.
Give it some time as well. So don't expect the first video to pop to explode. But that is basically it.
And I really love that advice, because it's the same as what I tell people who start a business, because let's be honest, right now we have this whole instant gratification rule to where people expect things to pop off from day one, start a business, make 6 figures within a month, and then get depressed if they don't. Start a YouTube channel, get depressed if you don't hit 100K subscribers after 1 month. So I think that last part and that mindset part, and we'll definitely be speaking a lot about mindset in future episodes because it's so important. It is so crucial with starting YouTube. So with that, I want to sort of conclude the YouTube journey part for today. I think it was super valuable. So thank you a lot for taking us on a journey. And then I have 2 final questions. Ooh. And they're going to be coming back in a lot of our episodes. So the first one is, what is your superpower?
My superpower.
What is your superpower? So what is the one thing that really, what you're really good at that makes you stick out from the rest? What's your superpower?
I would say, I know how cliche this is, but really putting in the work to make it perfect. So no, like, oh, that will be fine. We'll get that. Mm-hmm. So just really optimizing it. Oh, getting into optimization again until 100. And that's also a mindset that I got from that point in 2019, 2020.
Would you say you're a perfectionist?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. But I mean, that's a positive and a negative because it could take a lot of time. But I would say it is a positive in the side that my superpower is to really get stuff done, get it done, and make it as good as possible. Not just, I need to get it done, so I'm going to get it to you.
I mean, I know you quite well now, and I think that's true. And then the last one is, and let me ask this question in the YouTube niche, as that is our topic. What do you think is going to be the next big thing?
Oh, the next big thing. I would say I would bet on on stories right now on YouTube, short form content. So not horizontal, but vertical content.
Yeah.
I hope it's not going to be as big as I think it's going to be. But if it's going to be, then
you see it everywhere, right? You see the reels on Instagram. You see TikTok. It's all the same format, short.
I mean, next big thing. Yeah, I would say next big thing because it is getting big right now, but it is not.
It's not even here yet where we live.
Oh, it is. I think they introduced. No, it's not even introduced properly because it says beta sometimes, like beta. It is. So, well, it's not even properly introduced. So if you're not doing shorts yet, then make sure to do shorts because, like, you can literally make videos. That's a great way to build your first audience, to get really good videos that explode. So if you wanna, I do think there is a more future in still horizontal video because I think that's how YouTube started. That is how it's going to be.
It's also what makes it different from other platforms.
Yes, definitely. YouTube. I think YouTube could be the platform for it all. Still, you're going to get TikTok for the different type of videos because TikTok is now being reposted on Shorts, but that's not the content that YouTube wants. They want different type of content that is made for YouTube, and also it is different from TikTok. TikTok is literally like the platform you go to see some quick memes. You just keep scrolling, and every single thing is a quick snippet, just a thing. And when you go to YouTube Shorts, it is similar, but it could also be really quick tutorials or really quick clips from YouTubers. So that's what's really big right now. So that's what's happening right now.
I think that last one you said is really important. You have to realize that every platform has its own purpose. People go on Facebook to check in with some other friends, watch some cat videos or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. People go on Instagram to have a bit more visual appealing photos and maybe watch some stories. Basically. People go on LinkedIn to have some, even though I think LinkedIn is getting more and more like Facebook because people are spamming shit, but they go there to watch some business news and business updates. People go on TikTok to scroll through that, and people go on YouTube to learn, to watch longer form content.
Yes.
And I think if you are a content creator, it's super important to realize why are people on the platform, and then sure, you can make shorts and then repurpose that on TikTok, but change it up a bit because people are there for different purpose, basically.
Exactly. So I would say, I just hope YouTube, please. Like, we
know YouTube is watching this. That's fine.
YouTube is definitely watching. YouTube is not watching, but please stick with the long content and don't because the thing is, I talked with my YouTube manager. Shout out to him. He's a great guy. And I was like, but how does this work? Because you get people clicking on content, meaning that they're not clicking on other content that was the main thing. And he's like, yeah, but they're two different audiences. Sort of true, but not really, because they're still like, I watch shorts right now as well because I want to know what's going on. Like I said, I'm just looking at what's big right now. I also have a shorts channel, so I'm focusing on that. Which is time I'm not spending watching YouTube videos, the vertical, horizontal ones. So meaning, simply said, that there's going to be less views in the horizontal, like old form content. And can we even call it old form? Because
I don't know. It's we're doing it.
We're doing it. Yeah. We're doing it.
No, it's true, but I get what you mean. Yeah. But that's a very good thought, and thank you so much for sharing your journey.
Yeah, I hope it was somewhat insightful.
I think there was a lot of value in there, and I for everyone watching or wanting to create a YouTube channel, I think there's a lot of cool things here. People who might have known you from your other channels, I think there's a lot of new things they didn't know about you yet.
Definitely.
Except for that hardcore first group of 124 people who are still watching this. Shout out to them on behalf of Stan. And everything will be in the show notes, everything that is interesting here. Make sure that if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe.
Yes.
Like, comment, let us know what you think.
We also have a Discord where you can talk with us and other like-minded people in the community, get access to bonus content, and support the podcast. For this episode about my YouTube journey, we have an entire extra episode where we give you a step-by-step plan on how to grow a YouTube channel from 0 subscribers. What you should do and what kind of videos you should make, what platforms to use, and much, much more. The link to the Discord channel is in the show notes or description. See you there.
Join us on Discord.
Join it. That's it. So don't forget to smash that link, and that's what grows this channel as well. We're trying to reach I think 100,000 subscribers this month, right?
Yeah.
And then a million.
And then a million next month.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next episode.